Some opening thoughts on tonight's game.
Yeah, I was happy with the type of game that it was tonight. We're playing against teams that compete hard, that are really hard to play against. Lake Superior was really hard to play against. Huntsville is really hard to play against. They're well coached, and that's what they sell to that's the product they sell to their players, to their recruits, that they need to be a little special. We try to sell that same product, that we need to pay attention to detail and to be special, and you're kind of always putting yourself in a David and Goliath role, and that's the way Huntsville plays. They came in here 3 years ago, and it was a different game, in the playoffs there, but we went 3 overtimes with them, and finally wrung one out at the end, a 1-0 game, and I give them total credit for the way that they battled tonight. We certainly, I think, allowed the game to be a little bit differently with the penalty kill, but you have to also look at Huntsville, and they're well coached. They did the same thing and came after us hard, and that's something we're going to have to rectify. We were in the same position last year where we had to develop some players into being elite penalty killers, and we had Roy and Hannah and Cliff Watson and Neville and Sturos who logged a lot of minutes and took great pride in it, and we have to find those guys. That's what I just talked to the staff about. We have to find those guys that will take just elite pride in it and study it and live it and understand understand every nuance of what's going on. And I'm thankful that we have Nevs here, Mike Neville, that he can help me through that process with some young guys. And if you look at it, it feels worse when you're watching it, but when you look at it, you see just how easily we could have made the covers on those goals. So. But I give full credit to Corbs and Mike Corbett and his team and the way they played, and I feel fortunate to come out of that with a win. But we're one day at a time. We're not looking down the road. Everything that happens right now is important for us. Every point we can get is important for us. It pays dividends down the road, and we're still trying to grow as a team. We'll continue that process throughout the entire year. And as long as I'm here, I'm trying to get better every night. So this gives us an opportunity to do that. If you don't, you can sit back and play the blame game, or we can roll up our sleeves and try to solve the problem. And that's what we're going to do.
Coach, obviously the coverage issues on the penalty kill, they got guys on the back door they're able to feed all night long. How frustrating is that right now that they were able to find that and exploit it tonight? It's not frustrating. You got to look at it as opportunity. You're on the bench and you're just worried about getting another penalty. You want to play aggressively. You want to play hard, and the game goes a lot easier when you have confidence. Confidence in being able to get out there and kill penalties, because it allows you to play that much more aggressive. We're just drifting. We're just drifting, and it's starting at the puck. It's starting. There's a lot of things that are going together. It's starting at the puck and creating an opportunity to pressure, and then when we do have the opportunity to pressure, it's being able to get the puck, win a battle, and get the puck out. And it's when they shoot the puck, it's beating them to the loose puck and being able to get the clears so they don't have full possession in your zone for a long time. So there's a lot of things to it. But really, it comes down to everybody knowing their job and understanding it. We talked about it before the game. Every interview I've done, I've talked about it. We felt that we're getting past it, and then we go back a little bit. We've done this for 3 weeks now, so we just got to keep growing and keep working at it and keep positive with it, and find the guys that can take some pride in it. And I'm not going to dwell on it. There's a lot of good things going on out there as well. But that game's a lot different if it's if that part of our game is sound, and right now that's an area among many others that we have to spend some good attention to and work at it. Certainly, one of the things that you are doing well is you are very resilient, and we saw it again tonight. You take the lead, they come back, they take the lead, but you were able to fight back, get the tying goal, and eventually the winning goal. Yeah,
it's happening every game, and you'd rather go this way than the alternative. Again, we had the opportunity to
play to finish off a game tonight. We have to learn from those opportunities of how to play and how to finish it. But it wasn't our 5-on-5 play was very good tonight. It was the special teams part of it, and thank God we got 3 power play goals. Justin Misiak gets in there on a rotation change on the power play because someone couldn't go, and gets in there. We were just talking before the game how we need to get him more involved in our special teams, and he pots a goal. He's in a great spot to get a pass. He's got that ability. He's got that brain, and makes a big goal for us. So we got 3 on our side of the puck too on the power play, and it's rolling along at a pretty good clip too. So. We're just trying to be the best we can be, and we want to make sure that we're paying proper attention on all parts of it. So I think that this game could have been different tonight, and hopefully down the road, as the year goes on, it will be different when we're in these situations. I just hope we earn our way into these situations, keep doing that consistently where we're playing with leads.
Certainly, the top line continues to succeed for you in important ways. Huge goal from Lucchini there to get the game winner. But L'Esperance's goal on the power play is every bit as important, isn't it?
Yeah, and his goals came in hard ice, which we like. We want to be in those tough areas. We want to be getting the rebounds and putting them in. So those guys have been tremendous for us. This right from day one of training camp, right through the summer of their workouts. Lucchini, Gould, and they all have. The guys are performing tremendously well. And again, they're paying attention to things, and we're learning. I saw a lot of things that we worked on this week that we did in the game that I was extremely proud of, that created some offensive opportunities for us on the rush. So, it's just it's not a pretty hockey game when you play when you play some teams, but it's an effective hockey game. You have to be able to play a lot of different ways. You got to put those ingredients in the pot and come out with a recipe regardless. And our guys, I like how I don't think we were ready to play that type of game, but they got ready in a hurry, and I thought that it was a battle out there. There's a lot of guys with ice on them. There's a lot of guys in the cold tubs. There's a lot of guys taking Advil. There's a lot of guys. It was a hard game, and those games help you grow as a team as well.
Obviously, you're off to a very good start record-wise. How do you keep this momentum going? I'm just right now. We're worried about tomorrow. Our game tomorrow against Huntsville. That's all we care about. We're going to get the best plan we can put together to give our guys a chance to succeed tomorrow, and those guys are gonna go out and give everything they have to try to. It's one game at a time. It's all that It's the last ones don't matter. The ones down the road don't matter. Right now, it's just a matter of being at our best tomorrow night.